What is going on, guys? We got in the M28 Tromboncino to unlock for this week's Tides of War Challenge title Combined Arms. It's the second bolt action carbine to make it into the medic class's arsenal weapons next to the most recent Commando carbine. Like the Commando carbine, it too is another one headshot kill from close quarter combat ranges, but with its extremely slow rate of fire, you'll really have to depend on making sure you land that first headshot, as if not, your second shot towards enemy player will probably take too long to fire, which will give your enemy a chance to finish you off with their weapon. Statistically wise though, it has stock the same amount of accuracy as the Commando carbine, but with less amount of control. It, however, does make up for this with having a bit more damage, which doesn't seem all too much when you line up the guns next to each other statistically, but this little increase of damage helps make this gun, in my opinion, much better than the Commando carbine to shoot. Due to the fact the Commando had suppressed fire with subsonic bullets, keeping its bullet sound down to a minimum, the M28 has neither, and because of this, it's able to get those one headshot kills from mid-range distances, something that the Commando wasn't able to do. So you were just left only getting one headshot kills if you were in those close quarter battles, and if it started to move into those mid-range, especially those further range distances, you were having to at least put 2 to 3 shots on your enemy players. It also doesn't have terrible bullet velocity because it doesn't have those subsonic bullets equipped, and because of this, it makes it much easier in hitting players who are moving, especially if they're further away. So if you were looking for a rifle to finally make it to the medic class that mirrored closer to the rifles that were for the medic class in BF1, something where you could kind of lay back a little bit and lay down fire on enemy players and then push in to go res your teammates, the M28 is doable. It's still not meant to have that extended range for the gun, as again, you'll find yourself having to put 3 shots on enemy players like the Commando carbine from those further range distances. And with its painfully low 6-round magazine, you'll definitely want to be thinking ahead of each shot, because before you know it, you will have to reload. Because of that, you may want to consider the quick reload specialization as something you may want to equip for this gun to compensate for that painfully low magazine it has. If not, you could do the custom stock, which improves the accuracy while moving, something I did have equipped, but after seeing how this gun is pretty accurate to begin with, you may again want to consider the quick reload. Now, doing this will cause you to have to use the enhanced hipfire specialization instead of using the light and stock that causes you to move 60% faster while aiming down sights. But again, the magazine is so low for this gun, in my opinion, it outweighs equipping the light and stock. So again, the accuracy is pretty good for this gun as well, but you know, if you want to choose a specialization that increases the accuracy for this gun and max it up to its peak ability, you can do that as well. But again, after playing it for a little bit and seeing just how poor the ammo capacity is, it really makes me want to play more with the quick reload. I also started off the specialization tree by choosing the quick aim to improve my aiming down sights, so I can get all the advantage I can to lay down that quick one headshot kill on enemy players from those close to mid-range battles. Now, just like the Commando carbine, it too has a unique attachment to this gun, with this time though having a grenade launcher equipped. Now, you can choose to not upgrade this grenade launcher and leave it purely stock and go for the machine bolt specialization, which will up your rate of fire from 88 to 100, something you may want to do since the gun not only has a low ammo capacity, but is painfully slow to fire as well. If not, you'll then have the option to choose the improved grenades for your grenade launcher, which will increase the direct damage against vehicles, but reduces blast damage and its radius. Unfortunately, we won't be able to find out right now if the improved grenades is worth equipping in your specialization tree, as it seems like for me and a bunch of other players, this new improved grenade specialization is bugged and you're not seeing any damage being dealt when you're using it in the battlefield. So that is a bit unfortunate right now, so you're best probably equipping the machine bolt and giving yourself that little bit of increased rate of fire until this gets worked out. But until then, we'll have to wait and see. Right now, the grenade launcher isn't all too bad. You will be able to put some decent amount of damage on enemy tanks. You won't be able to completely take a tank out by just using your grenade launcher, but we'll have to see how much more damage will be improved when you do have this improved grenade specialization equipped, and we'll see just how much it can actually do. But you know, even if it doesn't completely take out a tank with just the max amount of what it is right now, 3 shots of grenades that you can shoot out, it's still something that will put damage on a tank, especially if that tank is low in health, and they will have to consider the medic class now when the medic class is pushing the tank and trying to battle them. So it does make kind of interesting, because now the medic class does have something now to do a little bit of damage on tanks, which is kind of nice. So overall, though, it was much nicer to see this gun be able to extend its one headshot kill to challenge more of those mid-range battles. It actually begins to rival more the DMRs from the Scout class, like the ZH-29, where even though it won't be a 2-shot kill from those further distances, it will be a one headshot kill from close to mid-range battle, something the DMRs from the Scout class can't do. So it makes it pretty interesting of a choice of weapons if you mainly just go for weapons to play with rather than which classes. So if you're more of those DMRs and carbine type of players, you know, it will be kind of interesting to choose which one you value more. You know, do you value getting maybe a one headshot kill in those close quarter and mid-range battles, or are you cool with, you know, 2-shot enemy players no matter where you're at on the map? So that would be an interesting choice between guns. But what do you guys think about this new weapon? Feel free to let me know in the comments below. But that's it for you guys today. Again, I always appreciate you guys being here. I am Livin. I'll catch you guys again later.